Hello, my beautiful peeps. Welcome again to another Thursday night with your favorite Mexican. What is happening, my peeps? Welcome to another TBL Thursday with my strange aura. How is everyone doing this Thursday? I am super excited to be back with you. And thank you for being here, first and most of all. Second of all, let me make sure that everybody can hear me okay. And we will jump right in, friends. First and most of all, let me apologize for the last Thursday that we did not have a live stream. And I forgot. I forgot to put it on the community tab to let your friends know that we weren't going to have a live stream. But on that Thursday, I was taking Bill to the hospital for his back surgery. So I didn't think it was a good idea to be live streaming from the waiting room at the hospital. And the hospital usually doesn't, hospitals don't take, well, I don't know about kindly, but not, they don't like people live streaming in their facilities. You know what I mean? So yes, friends. So that is what happened on Thursday. So my apologies for not even letting you know that we weren't going to have a show. I mean, I guess it was obvious that if I wasn't, we weren't going to have a show. But still, I have a responsibility to my peeps, and I'm sorry, friends. But now I am here back with you, friends. I am so super excited. I have so much to tell you, as y'all can see from all this craziness. We i am going to talk about Bill's, I can never get it right, Bill's surgery right here, and let you know how it was. I have all sorts of adventures. I am going to tell you about this tornadoes that not only here in Texas, but it was crazy, it was nuts, and it was, let me tell you, friends, it was some adventures during this week. We stayed, and I lived in the hospital for about a week with Bill. So my house was the hospital for that whole week, and this whole adventure was unreal. I am also going to talk about this guy right here. This is an actual picture, friends. This is an actual picture of somebody on the roof at the hospital at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm going to talk about that. Yes, friends. I'm laying there on the couch and I'm taking care of Bill because he just got out of surgery. And all of a sudden, I see some Mission Impossible guy in black walk across my window. Mind you, I was a little sleep deprived, but I know I was not crazy. But we'll get into that story. And like I said, I am going to tell you what happened with this crazy weather, this tornadoes, and if we have time, we are going to get into this, which is a little bit about our camping subject, to our camping community, our RV community that hangs out with us. We still care about RVing and all of that. It's not just my crazy opinions here on TBL Thursday. Well, mostly, but it is what it is, right? All right, friends, let me put my spectacles on and let's say hello to the peeps. And first and right off to the races is Mary Ann. If my cell service keeps working on my tablet, I will be back. Welcome, Mary Ann. I am so happy to see you. Captain Jack Scrapper Ahoy, everyone from Bisbee, Arizona. What is happening, Captain? I love you so much. You're such an amazing individual, and we just love you so much. And yes, I wasn't going to be rude. And Thrifty Angela, my favorite crafter. How is my Thrifty Angela? And also one of our fabulous, fabulous members. Hello, Nancy. Hi, Thrifty. How are you doing? I am so excited to see you here. How is Bill doing? Bill is doing good, Thrifty. He is doing good. And I guess while we're here, let's go ahead and jump right in, right? Georgian Rose. Hi, Georgian. Welcome. I'm glad to see you here on TBL Thursday. You are looking beautiful tonight, Nancy. Oh, Thrifty, you too kind. You too kind. You're just the bestest. We can hear you. Okay, awesome. And Mo Bang for your buck saying hello to Georgian and Angela. What is happening, Mo Bang for your bucks? Another one of our fabulous, fabulous members here on TBL, helping out here, supporting the channel, supporting this crazy Mexican. I sure appreciate it. And Mr. Ringo Czar. All right, everyone, buckle in, y'all. Buckle in. Where do y'all want to start? Where do y'all want to start? I guess let's start from the beginning, right? Angela was asking about how Bill is doing. There is him. And let's jump right in with that. On, like I said, on Thursday, on show day, I was at the hospital, so at the Methodist hospital for surgery. And not Ellen. Anyways, it's in Dallas. I've had a lot on my mind lately. Addison, there it is. There it is. It took me a second. In Addison, and that's where he had his surgery. And for whoever is joining us or is new to the channel that does not know what is going on, I am Nancy, and Bill, my husband, right over here behind me, had back fusion surgery of L3 and L4 with a foraminotomy on his back. He was having a lot of back issues, and we decided to finally pull the trigger on the surgery, and that's what happened on Thursday. And everything started well. We ended up going to the hospital and checking in. The surgeon told me it was going to be between 4 to roughly 5 hours for him in the OR. No problem. And hospital has a nice waiting area, right? It is what it is. I gotta wait as long as I gotta, right? So I made me a little area for plug in my computer, and because it was going to be 5 hours, and they were updating me every hour, which I would like to say kudos to Methodist for the regular updates on that, because the surgery ended up not being 4 or 5 hours. It was 8.5 hours. I arrived at the hospital with Bill probably, it was at 10 o'clock in the morning. And by the time that he got out of the OR and I was able to see him in the ICU was 8:30 at 8:30 at night. Or quarter to 9. It was late, y'all. It was super late. It was an over 8-hour surgery. The surgeon came out to the waiting room and told me, "I'm so sorry that it took so much longer, but I wanted to make sure that I wanted to do a good job, and I wanted to make sure that the hardware was fitting perfectly." And this surgeon is like a type A person, which I appreciate. Attention to detail is key. So you take as long as you need to take. So by the time they rolled him into the ICU, it was 9 hours from the time that we got to the hospital. So I was a little bit tired. And friends, it was a saga. He recuperated. I can't talk today, friends. English is hard. Él se estaba recuperando perfectamente bien en el hospital. Let's try this again. He was recuperating perfectly in ICU, and they kept him there for the first 24 hours just to keep an eye on things because it's a very delicate surgery. It's back surgery. And after that, they moved us to another room, which we like to call general population from the ICU, and began the recovery process there. On day 2, we were moved to that room, and he was still somewhat responding. He was still under heavy sedation and medication. He was under a lot of pain, but he was able to stand up, ladies and gentlemen. On day 2, he was able to stand up and take a couple of steps, which was huge. He started recuperating immediately. He was doing a phenomenal job. Day 3, physical therapy comes in. They start to get him moving along a little bit more. We are moving into the swing of things. He's being a little bit more alert. And in between those 3 days in the hospital, ladies and gentlemen, I was having to deal with that. Now I can talk about it because Bill is out of the hospital. I'm sorry, friends. My allergies are acting up today. But like I said, I can talk about this now that Bill is out of the hospital, but it was a roller coaster ride in that hospital, friends. If you all know, if you've ever had a loved one in the hospital that is, getting better, it's, even though you're sitting in a hospital room, it's still a little bit of work. It's bring me the pillow and get me a glass of water and call the nurse and help me sit up, and I need to go to the bathroom, and it's a number of things. Y'all, my Fitbit, I got 18,000 steps in a hospital room a day, in a hospital room. So, but that's what I was there for, right? That's what we was there for. We were there to support the cause, right? We were there to support the cause, and he was doing good. He was doing good. And as he starts to regain consciousness, poor thing, bless his heart, he was taking it like a champ, such a trooper. He's got maybe about a 6 or a 7-inch scar on the front, and on the back that's held with maybe about 20 staples in anterior and posterior. He also had a bone graft. They put a drill in his hip and took out some bone, put it in a little blender, and then put it in a little fake disc, and then stuck that in the back, and then stuck 2 rods, and it zzz, zzz. So yes, friends. Yes. But again, kudos to Methodist Hospital for surgery in Addison for the type of service that they provided. I actually tagged them on Instagram, so I don't know if anybody will watch, but if any of Methodist Hospital are watching this live stream, I sincerely want to say thank you for the level of service that you provided to my husband, and this is not just lip service. And Methodist, you can ask any of my peeps right out here in the chat, and they will tell you that I drive a hard bargain when it comes to customer service. I expect the best. I expect good treatment for my family, and it is very hard to get 5 stars from TBL. But Methodist Surgical Hospital of Addison, you get 5 stars from TBL. Yes, sir. Yes, sirree. So, friends, all right, let's go into the comments. Let's see here. Listening while driving or this cough, you guys. I am so sorry. Flaws, what is happening? Welcome. Prayers for you and Bill. Welcome, 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 Flaws. And yes, you're just right in. I'm just telling you all the story. Greetings and salutations from Tommy Travels. What is happening? Tommy, welcome to TBL. I'm so excited to see you here. Oh my God, they must have been forewarned. Yes. So, friends, All right. So this is in between on day two, right? That Bill is just freshly out. He's still not being able to walk a lot, and there's a lot going on. The North Texas area in southern Oklahoma got hit by very severe weather. It was tornado central here, just like in Dorothy. We were not in Kansas anymore. It was some adventures, friends. It was some adventures. I am sitting here in a hospital room, and I'm an RVer, right? For anybody that out there that doesn't know, Bill and I live in a fifth wheel, and we have three Chihuahuas, and they were at home while I was at the hospital looking out for Bill. They too severe weather hits, and friends here in southern Oklahoma and in North Texas, when weather says this is going to get serious and heed warning to everything and don't dilly dally, and this is not just fire and brimstone fear mongering, they are right. There were several tornadoes that hit about 11 miles from the house. These are some of the pictures, well, one of the pictures of the damage of the RVs. This was in Valley View, and like I said, in North Texas. This is just a few miles from my house. And there was another tornado that hit Gainesville, and then there was another tornado that hit Pilot Point. It was it was it was not a good time, friends. It was not a good time. And I have my dogs at home. They're my children, right? So, I mean, I am a little worried that I am at the hospital. I can't leave him, and I can't be at home with the dogs. And I am looking at the alerts, and he's barely awake. And I'm asking him how he's feeling. And he's like, "Are you okay? You look a little worried." It's like, "I'm fine." I'm friends. I was not about to tell this man that just had back surgery and just got out of the ICU the day before, saying, "Well, there's happens to be maybe a big ass tornado that is probably heading towards the house where our puppies are alone in the RV." No, no. So I had to resort to the Academy Awards, y'all. I had to be an actress. I had to be like, "Oh, everything's fine. You just go back to sleep. Everything's okay." And here I am with the phone, like, "Oh my God," it's like, "What is going to happen?" And let's just check the weather, and let's hope that everything is going to be all right, that we don't lose power, and the dogs are alone. And it was stressful, friends. It was stressful. And let me tell you, by the time that he got out and put in the ICU on Thursday, it was Friday, Saturday. It was not until Sunday night that I actually slept for real. I got a cat nap of 10, 15 minutes here, but I could not sleep. And that is not all. And it gets worse. Ladies and gentlemen, that was day two, right? This is just freshly out of the ICU on day two, right? On day two, this is happening right here. And these tornadoes, the way that they were placed, we are right here. And here's the way the tornado came. Here comes Pilot Point. Tornado. Here comes Valley View. Tornado. Here comes Gainesville. Tornado. And there was us. And it stopped before it got to us. So it went and hit three cities, and y'all, I don't know if the next one was going to be us, but the good Lord said no. And the good Lord said, "This is it." And friends, you can just imagine how I was sitting in a hospital room watching the news and watching on my phone this tornado go up I-35 and go 1, 2, 3 and going straight up the highway. And just, it's up to God now, right? I mean, right? Right? And again, with Bill, it's like, "Is everything okay? How you doing over there?" Because he knew. I mean, he could tell that I was a little uncomfortable. I mean, hospitals are not comfortable. Even though they give me a couch, it's still, I mean, it's still not your bed. You know what I'm saying? But I was not going to tell him that this tornado hit 3 cities and it's on the way to our, no, no, friends, no, no. And this was day two, fresh out of the ICU. Let's go on to day three. Let's go on to day three. It was, and I was trying to get most of this for the YouTube while I was at the hospital. I tried my best. But friends, it was, if I could have had like a live camera on there, this would have been like the soap opera or the reality show of the week, because this is day two, day three. Severe weather again, alerts, and the whole nine, tornado warnings. This time, thank goodness, our house was okay. But as I'm sitting in the hospital room on day three, I receive a text from our son. Um, yes, I'm keeping an eye on the weather, and yes, the tornado is headed straight for my house, basically. My heart sank, y'all. My heart sank. And this is day three in the hospital. After the day before this happened at 10 miles, 11 miles from my house. And I had to tell my husband that everything was okay when the tornado. So I text my son. I'm like, well, do you have an emergency plan? Like, what is going on? He's like, I am in the bathtub with my dog and a flashlight. And I'm checking the weather, and sure enough, I see the storm, and the weatherman is saying, it's, if you live in this town, take shelter now. Y'all, again, Bill wakes up. I mean, of course, I look upset. I mean, I look, there's something going on, right? It's like, hey, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Yes, go back to sleep. It's like, what's going on? No, nothing. I'm a little tired because see, I've been up for over 24 hours and I'm running on sleep deprivation, and I'm just freaking out a little because you're in the hospital. And but I didn't tell him, I just got a text from your son saying that there's another huge tornado headed to his house and he's in the bathtub right now, just pretty much waiting. Friends, let me tell you, that's one of the other reasons that I didn't sleep from Thursday until Sunday night, because this was happening every single night. And here I am again in the hospital room praying that nothing would happen to our son. And lo and behold, the hand of the Lord, friends, right before it got to his town, the storm dissipated and it kind of went over and then regained intensity and went on its merry way, sparing our son's town. It was miraculous. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. By this time, I don't even know what to tell you of how I'm feeling. For the day one, I'm in the ICU with my husband, that it's still unresponsive because he's still heavily medicated. And day two, I'm having to deal with tornadoes 10 miles from the house with our children alone. Day three, in the hospital, our son is texting me, yeah, there's a big tornado that's about to come and take me to Oz. Let's get to day four. Yes, it's day four, ladies and gentlemen. There is a day four. Oh my gosh. Scooby Snacks, what is happening? Welcome, welcome, friend. Welcome to TBL Thursday. If you're just joining, I'm telling the story of the hospital. What happened to Bill? Oh, Scooby Snacks. Long story short, he got surgery for back fusion of L4 and L5. So let's move on to day three at the hospital. After this tornado dodges our son's house, I'm like, okay, great. Now we can focus back on recovery and let's just get back into the swing of things. Right? This is day four. And at night, I kid you not, friends, again, I I get a text from another family member, this time family members in Kentucky, saying there's a 2 mile wide tornado heading straight for us. We have 25 minutes to get to shelter. I can't believe this, friends. By this time, this is number three. First is the house, and then is our son is heading straight for us. And now it's our family members in Kentucky with a 2 mile wild tornado. And again, Bill is being more awake now because it's day three and the sedation is starting to wear off a little, which is bad for me because I mean, I don't want him to be so aware of what is going on because he doesn't need that kind of stress. Plus, I mean, what is he going to be able to do, right? He needs to recover, and I just do not need to worry him with that. I mean, there's nothing to worry about until there's something to worry about, right? So again, I'm texting family chat. It's like, well, what is happening? Do you all have an emergency plan? It's like, yes, we're in the bathroom. It is my niece with her two young children and her husband who is handicapped. And 25 minutes. I had 25 minutes to pray. I had 25 minutes to pray. And yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely right. The hand of God again. Oh my gosh, friends. By the time that tornado almost hit their city, it turned. It was unbelievable. I'm just sitting there just taking like a breath, just like I can't even tell you after day after day after day of possible tornadoes. I mean, hitting, I mean, family members' homes. It was stressful, friends. And then, of course, in between all those days, my dogs are home alone. I have to drive home and check on them to make sure that the air conditioning and we didn't lose power because it's hot out here in the south. And by the time after the tornadoes that I try to make it home, it took me a little while because, of course, all the damage was up I-35, Pilot Point, Valley View, Gainesville, going north up to Oklahoma. But I had to make it home and back to the hospital where Bill was. And we're not done with the hospital adventures, friends. We are not done with the hospital adventures. On the bright side, you'll be given $1 million ideas. Let's suggest to, I can't read. Let's see. Suggest to DQ to come out with a deli bar to compliment Dilly Bar, right? Oh, there's a mosquito here. Yee, I got it on my screen. That's disgusting. But he's not gonna stay there. Now I got a mosquito carcass. That's gross. Sorry. Okay, friends. Moving along. Moving along to this right here. We are on day 4, right? At the hospital. And I'm going on sleep deprivation. I'm tired. Like I said, day 1 was ICU. Day 2 was tornadoes at the house. Day 3 was tornadoes at our son's house. Day 4 was tornadoes at our niece's house. And by the time that I am finally trying to get some sleep, thinking that the worst is over, right? Oh, Lord. Friends. This rando boy scared the bejesus out of me. The bejesus out of me. We going on to the hospital adventures. Friends, like I said, I hadn't been sleeping for like for a long time because of the weather and because what was happening with Bill and everything. So we are on the third floor of the hospital where the patient rooms are. And then on the second floor, on the window, there's like, I mean, it's not a terrace, but it's the roof of the second floor. And the rooms are really nice. They have a huge window, and I have like a fold out couch to watch over my loved one. And I'm super tired, and I put my pillows there. It's like, hey, I'm just gonna sit out here, chill out, and look at the stars. And it was a full moon, and maybe it'll help me relax and fall asleep. And as I'm starting to doze off, I see this dude. That, yes, that is the actual picture, friends. I see this dude walk right across in front of my window at the hospital. No flashlight. This picture had a flashlight, but when I saw him, he didn't have a flashlight. I immediately sprung up from my hospital couch because, like I said, we're on the second floor, and this is not a terrace. This is the roof of the hospital. And this is 2 o'clock in the morning. And there's some guy in black that was probably about a foot and a half walking in front of my window. I sat up. My first question is to myself, did you see that? Yes. Are you sure you saw that? Yes, I think so. I mean, I really saw him, but are you sure? I mean, you haven't slept in like 24 hours. No, but I clearly saw the silhouette. Let's get up and check it out. So I got up, look at the window, and sure enough, here's Rando just walking with a ball cap. And I mean, this guy looked like he looks sus. He looks sus. I mean, in my training and experience, if I was to be trying to do something nefarious, I would be wearing that sort of outfit with a black ball cap and a backpack and not use a flashlight to notify whoever that I am up here, correct? And this is 2 o'clock in the morning at the hospital. And there's minimal staff. It's just the ICU and like 3 nurses or something along those lines and us patients. I'm telling you, friends, I am sitting there in this hospital going, I've been living in this hospital for a week. We're going on day 5. Day 5. Day 5 at the hospital. So, friends, after I see this guy walking through the hospital window, it's like I said, of course, a prudent and reasonable person would say, who is doing the walk-in at 2 o'clock in the morning wearing all black on top of a hospital? If you see something, say something, right? So I get up and I'm like, great. First 3 tornadoes. Now I got the cat burglar or something on the roof. Like, WTF? Like, who wants to be at the roof at a hospital wearing all black? Like, what is going on here? I come out, I go to the nurse's station. Hey, I just wanted to know, are y'all supposed to be like having somebody working on the air conditioning or something? No, why? Well, because there's a guy outside the window that just walked by wearing all black. And just the expression told me everything. Like, that means no, we have no idea. And we don't know of anybody that's supposed to be out there. But from where you're describing, Jesus Christ, what is that? My thoughts exactly. So I tell the nurse, right? Norma Cárdenas, aquí estoy, mi tía. Hola, bienvenida aquí a mis aventuras. I bet Bill loved this story. Well, I'm still actually trying to tell him some of the stories because he was under anesthesia and drugs during this and some of these scenarios. So I'm telling the nurses, okay, there's this individual on the roof walking, no flashlight. And by this time, I straight up told her, it's like, look, I'm former law enforcement. This looks really sus. And if you don't know of anybody on your roster or anything that it's supposed to be here, then we probably need to get this homie checked out, because we don't know what he's up to, where he got access to the roof, what he's doing, and the patients are right there. So nurse comes out, she says, okay, let me call security. And the other, this is like a crime novel, but in general hospital setting, right? And this is, like I said, 2 o'clock in the morning when the hospital is dark and the hospital looks like something out of The Walking Dead, right? And there's only the patients and the nurses. There's another patient with a walker and his wife that are in rehab, that are, I mean, slow walking it and just walking around the hospital. And I'm kind of like going from room to room in the ICU through the window to follow this individual and figure out where he is. And they're looking at me like, what is going on? And I told them that there's some guy that just walked by my window wearing all black. And they're like, what? Like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let's go see. So they follow me, and this guy in black gets into, looks like the elevator access or something on the outside of the roof with a flashlight. I mean, it looks all suspicious. But now there I am along with the other two patients, just kind of looking, and they're trying to figure out what this guy is doing. And he comes out and decides to walk to the other side of the roof. So I told the patients that were there, I said, go tell the nurse to tell security that he's in this whatever enclosure or elevator shaft or access or whatever, so they know what he's doing. So that's when I busted out my phone. And of course, I mean, we have to gather evidence, right? We have to gather evidence. So when they went to go and notify the nurse to tell security, I busted out my phone. And that's and also for the YouTube, right? I'm a journalist now. And I was able to shoot this video of the individual walking across the roof. So needless to say, friends, this entire stay at the hospital, it was an adventure. But even though it was an adventure, friends, everything has been good. Everything has been good. Evening Shade, yikes. I know, right? I love The Walking Dead. Yeah, it looked exactly like that. The patients all watch crime shows. Yes, yes. Everybody rowdy up. It it was because, like I said, friends, I hadn't slept legit for 3 days. So I did question myself that, I mean, I am tired. I haven't slept. Maybe, I mean, maybe I am seeing things. Maybe it was a shadow from the staff in the hallway. But like after I got up and saw it, it was, and I'm just thinking, this is just going to be such a saga at the hospital. It's supposed to be, I mean, not a relaxing experience, but you're supposed to be able to just take care of your loved one, right? And not worry about anything and just be there for them, not worry about, hey, there's a big tornado heading towards your house. Not one, not two, but three. But not for me, not for me. I don't know, friends. I don't know what to say. I am grateful that nothing happened, and I'm just gonna say I am right with the Lord. I am right with the Lord. And all kidding aside, praise the Lord that nothing that nothing happened, because I don't believe it was a coincidence. Like I said, day one, it was my house. Day two, it was our son's house. Day three, it was our niece's house, and nothing happened. And oh, let me finish the story of Rando Guy. Don't let me get sidetracked. Let's finish the story on Rando Guy. So, friends, I'm running back to the room to check on Bill. He's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "You're making a lot of noise with the door." It's like, "Oh, well, I just went to go get some coffee and talk to the nurse," which I did. I did go get some coffee and talk to the nurses. I finally, after watching this guy for a while, I come back and I ask the nurses, like, "So what's going on with this guy? Is he supposed to be here? What's going on?" She finally gets back with me and comes into the room like 10, 15 minutes later. It's like, "Yeah, we got a hold of security. It's the air conditioning guy wanting to work on the unit because it was so hot during the day that they decided to do it at night. But somebody in their infinite wisdom didn't notify security, didn't notify any of the staff that this was going to be after hours work being done, thus is scaring the bejesus out of people." And I'm just thinking, friends, I mean, thank goodness that, I mean, I don't scare easily because, like I said, Bill's surgery, you cannot do any sudden movements with that type of surgery, especially on day 2, day 3. And the last thing you need is some rando guy in black and then me letting out a scream, like scary movie scream, you know. You know what I mean, when you see something like that and then just scaring the bejesus out of him and make him jump out of bed, injuring himself, right? That's that would not have been good because, friends, you know, even if you don't move suddenly, when you get scared, you cringe. And I could have injured him. I could have injured him if I screamed when I saw Rando walking across the roof. But thankfully, friends, thankfully I had my wits about me, even though I hadn't slept in 3 days. But uh-uh. This guy's not gonna get away. Under Nancy Drew, TBL was on the case. TBL was on the case. And the next morning, friends, I saw the nurse again. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning when we were doing Bill's rehab, and just came to the conversation. And she says, like, "Yeah, I know I don't have to worry about anything." It's like, "Yeah, I have your back." She's like, "Yes, I know you have my back." So, friends, those were our hospital adventures this week. And that is also one of the reasons why there was no live stream on Thursday and social media postings. It has been a very, very busy week here at TBL. Let me see what time is it. I don't want to be running over. Oh, all right. We're doing good. We are doing good. All right. Let's hop onto the comments, y'all. Yeah, that should have been communicated to the staff, right? Right? The nurses, bless their heart. They were, one of them was a itty bitty thing like me. She was literally scared. She was literally startled when I told her there's some guy in black outside walking in front of patients' room. Should the security be supposed to unlock the access to the roof? Yeah, but I guess since it was maintenance, they must have had access, and I don't know. Nobody told us. Obviously, somebody dropped the ball. Yeah, somebody dropped the ball. But I mean, at least nothing happened. It was, I mean, if anything, it was comical of patients of 2 o'clock in the morning in a Walking Dead dark hospital scenario, chasing some guy with a flashlight, trying to figure out if it's a cat burglar and what is going on. And here I am in my doggy pajamas, friends. It was nuts. It was nuts. It was crazy. It was crazy. But Bill is doing so much better, friends. He's taking it like a champ. They probably did right hand, left hand, not talking to each other. Yes, exactly. I would have tapped on the window and waved him over. You know what? More bang for your bucks. I mean, hindsight's 2020, right? But like scare the scarer, like they do on scare cam, and then just like bang really loud on the window, like, "What are you doing?" But I couldn't do that to Bill. I mean, I would have heard him. I would have heard him, but I would have scared the bejesus out of rando guy and give him a payback for the scare that he gave me walking outside of patients' rooms. Oh my gosh. You can't make this stuff up. True story. True, true story. But even with Rando Guy and all of these hospital adventures, Methodist still gets 5 stars from me. The service was incredible. The nurses, it's even the cleaning staff, y'all, the custodials, it's, you know what? Only another company has gotten this type of review from me, and that was HEB. And the type of level of service where I say, when you look at the commercial, it's like, when you come here, we treat you like family. And then you see everybody happy and smiling, and they're helping you. And then you're like, nah, it ain't like that in real life. Ain't no way I'm going to go to that place and they going to treat me like that. Right here at Methodist, they do. Yes, they do. Methodist, kudos to you. And friends, besides the nurses being absolutely great, it was, the food was really good. The Great Escape, right? It was the Great Escape. Mary Jones, hey Mary Jones, welcome to the hospital saga. I want to sing the praises for Methodist also, because I had discovered that for the patients in I'm sorry, friends, for the family members, they have like a snack area where you can get a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, some crackers, just something to put on your stomach that is complimentary. And it's in the patient's rooms. It's not down in the in general pop. I guess you could say it's in the you know what I'm trying to say, right? But I am so glad that they have that, because for a family member like me that has been sitting in a hospital waiting room for 9 hours waiting for somebody to come out of surgery, and you're sitting there still waiting for them to wake up and see how they're going to react, to be able to just get a decent warm blah, 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 a decent warm cup of coffee, it means a lot. It means a lot. And it is the details. The devil's in the details, right? The devil's in the details. But speaking of the details, Methodist has the good coffee. They didn't skip me on the off brand, and they had the good creamer. They had the good creamer, y'all. I know some of y'all might not care. Some of y'all might not care, but I am a coffee drinker. And after, like I said, 10, 12 hours in a hospital room, is it the brand creamer difference? So Methodist, thank you. And oh my gosh, friends, like I said, the service. And you were able to get in the selection, they had ice cream, they had popsicles, they had soup, they had cereal, they had milk, they had pudding, they had jello, they had crackers, they had graham crackers, they had peanut butter, they had a machine with ice, they had a machine with water, they had ice, they had, what was it, lemon tea, green tea. It was, they wasn't skimping. And I mean, they didn't have like sandwiches or lunch items per se, but it was, like I said, if you've been in a hospital room waiting and you can't leave, you get the grumblies in your stomach, you get the grumblies, and you can't go anywhere. And it is a blessing to have that. So kudos to Methodist. I am super grateful for that service. And one of the ICU nurses, it was incredible. It was incredible. It's just that level of service. Like I said, friends, the little details, especially, y'all know how big Bill is. He's a tall guy. I come up to him like right here. There's no way that I can move him on my own. So this nurses in ICU was was there. I never got an eye roll. I never got an eye roll of, hey, can you help me press the button? Or, hey, can you help me move my husband? I never got the, because you'll know it happens. You'll know it happens in some services and in customer service or something when you press the button one too many times, then nope, not this one. And not only that, it was either the thank you, and if you need me again, you press that button because I'm here for you. Y'all, if it didn't take me 4 hours to go back and forth to go to this hospital, I would make a couple of dozen cupcakes to take to this staff for, like I said, the type of level of service that they provided for him. And anything we needed. Do you need another blanket? Do you need whatever you need? One of the housekeeping, and I remember her name. Her name was Raquel. Her name was Raquel. So Methodist in Methodist Surgical Hospital in Addison, your staff member, custodian named Raquel. Oh my gosh, friends. She was doing her job, picking up and cleaning one of the other patient rooms. And Bill was having a hard time trying to get situated with the surgery. And I was trying to get him a pillow and he's holding on to the rail. So I went outside and I saw her. And I was like, I am sorry. I know you're busy, so, but when you get a chance, can you get me a pillow for my husband? It's like, I get it for you right now. Wow, friends. I really appreciated that. Not only she said, I'll get it for you right now, she said it with a smile on her face. She dropped exactly what she was doing right there and then. And she went and grabbed it. And not only she grabbed me one pillow, she grabbed me two pillows and an extra blanket and said, here, let me know if you need anything else. I'm telling you, friends, they're gonna get a good review from me in Google. That's for sure. They would never want nor endure the wrath of Nancy. They would have to close. Right, Captain? See, you know me. I drive a hard bargain when it comes to customer service and what I expect for what I pay for. So, like I said, Methodist, if you are watching, as Captain Jack Scrapper said, there have been times that I have not been satisfied with the service that I have received somewhere, and I make it known. Absolutely, that's what they're there for, to keep patients and the next of kin calm, as comfortable as possible. And like I said, friends, it was the difference of that little snack room and the nurses, because nobody knew what I was going through. Nobody knew what I was going through in the hospital room with the tornadoes and all of our family members being in life danger every day from the first day in the hospital. It was stressful. I had I had to work on myself. I had to keep calm, and I had to trust that everything was going to be fine and everything was going to work out, and that no tornadoes were going to hit my house or my son's house or the rest of my family members, and everything was going to be fine. But like I said, being alone in the hospital room, that type of level of service allowed me to be able to dedicate a little bit of time to the family on chat and figure out what is going on and try to be there for them, and also try to be there for Bill at the hospital room. It was just amazing. I was glad that they were able to deliver that type of service, because the last thing that I needed was something else to worry about. Something else to worry about is it's not something that I wanted while I was staying in this hospital. And of course, I did get some of it on YouTube. Hospital food good. Hospital food good. What tastes good is bad for you, and what tastes bad is good for you. Yes, it seems that way, doesn't it? And this one wasn't too bad. The chicken was good. The second time, the tuna sandwich, the bread was a little dry, but it was good. Other than that, everything was great, like I said. And having the snack room there for me to be able to get up anytime to get a cup of coffee or a cup of tea while I am taking care of Bill. I can't say enough about this hospital, y'all. I can't say enough about the service. And like I said, for a company or a hospital to deliver that type of service, and not only just with their nurses, but the greeting staff, the greeter outside of the hospital. Hi, welcome to Methodist. Like, what are you here for? And then from them, the people that clean the rooms, the food service lady, y'all. She dropped what she was doing to go get me something for Bill. Also, everyone, almost every employee at that hospital was incredible. I don't remember how my stay was after my last surgery. I did a personality split, and half of me had an OBE and out of body experience for a week. Wow, Floss. Sounds like you had some hospital adventures as well. Holy Toledo. Yep, growing up in and out of hospitals, which are much better than other, right? And like I said, this one was really good. And I've been to Presbyterian. Sorry, Presby. You get generous. 2.5 stars for me. And I had major surgery at Presby. And there's nothing to write home about. They left me hungry. Y'all. They didn't feed me for 3 days. And when you're in the hospital, you can't move, right? And I'm sitting there and I am so hungry. You know who fed me at Presbyterian? The cleaning lady. It's the Mexican cleaning lady came in to mop the floor. And I guess I just looked miserable. And I just said in Spanish, buenas noches. She's like, are you okay? He's like, can I get you anything? Can I please just get some coffee? She went to the employee break room and brought me a cup of coffee and a couple packages of saltines. And it was heavenly. It was amazing. And that was the only good review at Presbyterian Hospital was the cleaning lady. Yes. So yes, I mean, that's why I'm saying Methodist. Yes, friends, Presbyterian. No, you got a lot to learn from Methodist here in their level of customer service, because Presbyterian is more like, what kind of hospital is this? Not to mention that they just open the door for everybody to see you at the laid out in your room. It's no, friends. It doesn't work like that. But needless to say, these hospitals adventures was terrifying. It was exciting. It was an adventure. And I did take the GoPro, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, there's going to be the hospital video coming to the channel eventually, once I get it edited, with the video of rando guy walking on the roof and so much more exciting material coming to the channel. We are almost to the hour, ladies and gentlemen. We are almost to the hour. Let me check on my list here. I was going to talk about something else on the YouTube. I am trying to work on something with you, friends. I want to talk about our content creators out there that I've been watching on YouTube that been receiving emails for collaborations and things of that nature. And I don't know, it depends on who you are and what type of collaboration you're looking for and those type of things. But I am looking for something to better the channel and something for my peeps. And I just wanted to tell you this anecdote. I received an email from a company wanting to collab. Hey, we'll send you a we're going to send you a product and I need a full unboxing video and I need a short video and I need a reel and a full-blown social media campaign, Facebook, Instagram, the whole nine. Okay. So I write them back. Okay, sure. You know, I mean, the product looks kind of cool. I mean, what kind of stuff are you looking for? You know, I mean, depends on what you're looking for. Then maybe we can collaborate, right? And the answer back is like, well, no, we're not really looking to pay you anything. I mean, we're just we're gonna give you the product, which I mean, which is fine. But friends, I mean, it depends. Like I said, this is individual per content creator, but if you're a content creator and someone's going to give you an item that it's worth, let's say, $10, and you're going to make a full production, you're using your platform, you're using your viewers, you're taking the time, the editing, the software, and also the platform to be able to advertise it and run the advertisement. So don't get shorted out there, friends. Don't get shorted out there. Make sure that you get your fair share. Don't be ashamed to ask for your well-deserved rates or ask for compensation. I mean, it is great. Sometimes depends, like I said, individual, depends on the product. Sometimes there's some amazing products out there that we need, and sometimes we will do collaborations with just for product. But don't ask me to do a full-blown like 3-4 videos and post it all up on my platforms and take my time and make a full-blown campaign for you. I am willing to help you. I am willing to collaborate, and there's some collaboration room in there. We can negotiate, right? But but I was willing to negotiate, for instance. Like, okay, well, if you're not willing to do a paid collaboration, I thought about y'all. I said, okay. I said, how about this? How about this? This is the Mexican in me, right? We gotta haggle. I told them, how about this? If you're not gonna give me paid compensation, how about you can send me the product to try out and then send me another one to give away to my peeps? That's right, y'all. For you. That's right, because y'all are important to me. If they're wanting me to try out a product and show it to you, I want to be able to give you one. I want to be able to say, hey, or give a giveaway or give you a present or just something for you, because I wouldn't be here if it wouldn't be for you. So that's what I told him. I said, if you would like to, if you're not going to do a paid compensation, how about this? Send me an additional product. And number one, I mean, it'd be good for you, right? Because I'm definitely going to talk about it on the live stream because I'm going to use it as a giveaway. The viewers would be more than happy to receive a giveaway of something cool that they can use. And you know what I'm saying? And it would be a win-win. No, we don't want to do that. Okay. So we're not doing that. I was hoping, friends. I was hoping, but I am trying. I am out there. I am fighting for you. And like I said, I work very hard on my content and I put a lot of love into it, and I share it with you, and it is important to me, and I'm not just going to give it away for free. That is just my individual opinion. And I mean, it's not being greedy or anything like that, but that's what I want for me. And I want to be able to grow the channel so I can grow the cheer and be able to share with everyone out there. The more I can, the more this channel grows, it gives me more ability to spread the cheer and the happiness and the joy, and maybe we can discover somebody. Maybe we can get a new peep that will decide today. It's like, hey, I want to be the reason today that people believe in the kindness of people. Yeah, maybe they'll decide to help their fellow man. Well, friends, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? Please hit the thumbs up, everyone. Yes, please. Friends, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And all of our friends out here that catch me on the replay, that catch me later, that watch me on TV, on your tablet, on your phone, on your computer. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're just super peeps. Super peeps. That's nice, Nancy. Evening Shade says. My first phone, of course. I love you, Mary Jones. You're so cute. So yes, friends, that's what the hopes are for this channel, to grow it. And like I said, the more we grow, the more cheer and love that I can share, and the bigger acts of kindness I can do. At least that's my goal. And feed the animals, right? And rescue the animals, and just anything that encompasses doing something good. That's what we're going to do on this channel. So whatever that is, that's what we're going to be doing. Thank you to you and your support, and everyone out there with your likes and your subscribes, and our channel members, and everyone that has been supporting this channel. Friends, thank you for joining me on this hospital adventures. It has definitely been an experience. And you know me. I am Nancy, your favorite Mexican with all right, friends. We'll see you later. Don't forget to hit that like button and leave me a comment below what you thought about these hospital adventures. Let me know if you've had a similar hospital adventure, or if you have a hospital crime saga. I have been Nancy, your host with TBL, and I will see you next Thursday with TBL. Bye, friends.